What's up? This is NBA Chat Time with me and my man over here. Tonight he's Mo fucking dot dot dot. I don't know, but it's Bruce
Mo
Banner.
cigarettes.
Yeah, we're gonna keep talking about some. We ain't gonna be talking about practice. We're gonna talk about games. So the NBA season just started up this week, and there's some hellified good games that were on.
Yeah.
So what's been happening with you?
Not a whole lot, man. Just busy. Just busy.
Shit, I
Busy
gotta
with
I gotta
work.
get started here. I forgot a beer, damn it. Fuck. Noob here, man. I'm a noob. So the first game, there was a couple games. The first night was it Tuesday? Let's see, this is Wednesday. Yeah, first opening night was Tuesday. So the Golden State Warriors and the Lakers played, and you know how that turned out.
Yeah. Like how it should.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let me get a beer. But
Okay.
I was gonna say, let's start talking about their shooting problems and how I don't think that Russell's the whole problem with that team. That team is constructed wrong, even if you remove Russell Westbrook from it.
Right. Yeah. Russell's not the only problem. What up, DFS? What up, Diamonds?
Oh shit. Yeah. So what I mean by that is
What up, DFS? What up, Diamonds?
when LeBron and AD wanted Russ on that team.
What were they thinking? I don't
Well,
know.
well, check this out. Anytime you get a core group of guys come together, you have to build fucking chemistry. So that first year they all got together, AD and LeBron was hurt a lot. I mean, a lot. They were out more that season. I think. Well, I know AD was, and I know LeBron was out a lot. So there was no way to build chemistry with them guys. You know what I mean? What's up, Caesar MMA? How you doing, man?
What up, Caesar?
So when you build, you can call it a super team, or you just put a bunch of pieces together of guys that you think should click and give you title contentions. It don't always work that way. You got to have like a season or so of building chemistry. Look at the Miami Heat in 2011. They didn't win right off the rip. They lost to the Mavericks in 2011. So, what the fuck chemistry did they build last year? None, right?
None. But I
So,
think they may have been the only ones. They might have been the only ones that thought that that was going to be there was going to be some kind of type of chemistry anyways. I think pretty much everyone that I know of like was like, why the fuck did y'all spend that money on Westbrook? Bad idea. But
right. But I think, like, I just get tired of everybody beating on Westbrook so much. Like, okay, we understand he's not playing good, but it wasn't when they brought him in, it wasn't to be the main guy last year, right? He played
no.
he played like 72 to 76 games. Don't quote me exactly. I think he played 76 fucking games last year.
Oh, he shows up. No doubt.
But he didn't have anybody to go with him. So there very rarely do you put a team of all stars together and it just clicks right off the rip. I mean, like
Right.
'08 Celtics did it, but dude, nobody saw that coming. They was like, okay, this is gonna be a good team. They went from the basement to like 60 some wins and then the title. That shit don't happen usually, even with an all star crew.
Right. Right.
So I
No,
mean,
their problem for not or anybody is crazy to just blame it all on Westbrook. He's not even I think he's a very small part of the blame because I don't think that without him they were having problems. And it's not because they couldn't be a good team. Like they did not it like in a way adding him should have elevated them a little bit, but I never thought for a second that he's like, okay, that puts them into like title contention or whatever. Like AD being injured is a big reason why the Lakers have not been shit. Basically, straight up. He's the one that was supposed to pretty much take the torch for the Lakers and give LeBron a break. He's been injured. That's the big reason. One of the big reasons the Lakers have been shit. I
uh,
think Anthony Davis has more culpability in that situation than any player on that team. Yes, Westbrook has played like garbage, but no. Anthony Davis, if he had been healthy, there's no reason that him and LeBron shouldn't have been going. You know what I mean? I mean, you see, they won a chip. They didn't need,
LeBron's smart enough to figure something out, but like you said, didn't you categorize AD, and I could be wrong, as being a glass house? It's all
yeah,
he
yeah,
falls, and you're like, fuck, this guy is
yeah.
fucking injured, you
His
know.
bones are made out of glass. Yep.
So, I mean, I understand Russ is not playing good, straight up, just not playing good. But at the same time, would you play good if you weren't fucking wanted? It's clear he's not wanted there this year.
Right. And you have everybody calling you Westbrook and all of that shit. Like, it would be kind of hard. It would be hard.
It's hard to get out of that. Like, I was watching Undisputed. It was yesterday. And I kind of get tired of their fucking deal, man. It's either talk about the Cowboys, talk about Lakers, well, so now it's all about Russell Westbrook and Tom Brady. That's all they fucking talk about consistently every day. And Skip was calling freak. He just called Russell a joke. I'm like, man. So some people are kind of like, ease up on him a little bit, because I guarantee you, any one of them motherfuckers are on that panel or anybody else is getting beat up that much, they'd be finding themselves with a hard time of trying to figure out how to do shit.
I mean, yeah. And make no mistake, too. Westbrook is a first ballot. Like, he's Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. No doubt. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. You cannot deny that.
And they, they keep blaming because he won't start. How many motherfuckers do you know that have started their whole career? It's a transition you got to make, man. You can't flip a switch on somebody. It's got to be something that you got to be used to, man.
What you mean, like coming off the bench?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because now they're giving him flack for that. They tried it in the preseason. And he said his hamstring hurt. The motherfucker didn't want to come off the bench.
I think he needs to come off the bench. He's at the point in his career where he can come off the bench, like Carmelo Anthony, just like all players. I mean, all the greats. I mean, they eventually come off of the bench. Like what the other day when I was watching Undisputed, like even Shannon was like, I mean, even Kevin McHale, he started off of the bench and then became. But there's many other players that started coming off of the bench. I mean, like. Coming off the bench for him, man, you could be that fire that keeps the game going when when your main starters are resting. He's like that fire that they could have to where, like, when he's coming off the bench, you don't notice that everyone else is not on the court. He can keep the team in the game for sure.
Yeah.
He's not trash. He just played like garbage last year, but he's not trash by any means.
I don't think he was expecting to have the reins of the Lakers on his back last year either.
No.
So, but I'm trying to get this fucking shit to work. Yeah, it's live TV, so I don't give a damn. Come on and work, bitch. Come on. There we go. Okay, so we got Milwaukee and the Sixers. They just coming out halftime here pretty soon. Let's see what the score is. Last I saw. Let's see. I don't know what the score is right now. Box score. Let's see. It'll come up in just a second. Because I didn't see right before I got on, they went to halftime. But before we get into that, I want to talk about, I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. Been a Chicago Bulls fan since '88, since I was 14. So,
man, your boy went off.
Dude, nobody had more points than him last night. 37, bro. He fried chicken all night, bro. All night from DeMar DeRozan.
And what he had 9 assists and 22 points came off of his 9 assists. Like, he went the fuck off.
I mean, hella efficient, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people on that team were hella efficient that night. So you know what was funny? ESPN does kind of shade the Bulls. I've heard people talk about that, and I watched them like, man, they didn't hardly even fucking say shit about the game last night.
They didn't. I was kind of like,
How do you not, man? They keep fucking giving DeRozan slack, dude. That guy is balling out of his mind, man. Who does he remind you of? There's one player he kind of reminds me of a lot, like in the past couple years, the way he shoots, the way he gets his shots. Like, he reminds me of Kobe a little bit. You know, the way he gets a shot, but I just get tired of that fucking. So I'm going to go speak on the Bulls. So last year, here's what I think their fucking problem was. So they got Vucevic. Vucevic is a hell of fucking low post tactician player, right? He is damn good on the block. You can feed him the ball and he'll get you buckets down there. Hardly nobody can stop him with his post game. So what does fucking Mike Donovan do? Not one of my favorite coaches. They have him running high screens up on the 3-point line, right? And he's living out the 3-point line. And just fucking, that's not his game. He can do some 3-pointers, right? But what he said was, I'm trying to keep the lane open for DeMar and Zach so they can drive. And I'm like, fuck that. DeMar and Zach can get their points. They can get a shot off whenever they want, wherever they want, right?
Right.
Back in the day, you used to have post-up players, right? Jordan could get to the rack. Pippen could get to the rack. Well, all of a sudden now, do you need a whole fucking goddamn court empty for you to get down the fucking lane? And that's what Mike Donovan does. I want to fucking keep him up top so they got room to fucking move. Come on. Stop that shit. If they put him down the post more and feature him, bro, I'm telling you, because Zach can get his own shot. DeMar can. Kobe White, he can spot up. You pass him, he's a spot up. Go ahead.
I was just saying they can create their own shot.
Right. And bro, Andre Drummond, we all know that Andre Drummond kind of moves around. Like, he had such a monstrous dunk last night. I thought he was going to eat the basket, bro. It was just like monster. That guy is fucking huge. And I think he can give a little support this year. Go ahead.
So what do you think the Bulls do this year?
Well, here's the problem. The big problem is Ball. Ball needs to be on the court. Without Lonzo running the point, we're fucked. I mean, that guy has a high basketball IQ. Would you not agree?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I mean, how smart do you have to be to change your fucking shot? How old was he? In his 20s? And he changed his shot when he was with the Pelicans. He had a horrible shot. Like, brought it over from one shoulder to the next. It was a really awkward looking shot. And when he was with the Pelicans after he left the Lakers, he came back next year and his shot this shot looks like butter too, bro. But without him, we're fucked. And he is hurt a lot.
Yeah, he had that weird ass Larry Bird shot.
Yeah, dude. But what guy do you know? Like, even me and you could go on the court after years and years or whatever, and we're just used to shooting it in a normal way. We can't fix that shit. And he did. But I think, well, let's say without Ball, we'd be lucky to get in the playoffs. I think. I just think we really need him. You got Dragic, right? That we got this year. You need to load manage him. He's old. I don't think you should try to play him more than 45, 50 games this year. So if you don't have Lonzo Ball and you're naturally going to start with Caruso at the point, your point guard spot's going to run thin. So, but if he was there, I would say 5th in the East. 5th, maybe 4th, because the East is loaded this year. What do you think about the East this year?
Yeah, they're pretty loaded. You
got it.
Yeah, they're pretty loaded.
You got did you see? New Jersey got the ass whoop last night. They got beat up pretty bad by who was it? Go ahead.
I'm trying to think about who they played last night.
Yeah, damn, I can't believe I can't think about it. Oh, they played the Pelicans, bro.
Yeah, because I seen Zion's face on the finals, like the highlights or some shit. Yeah.
Bro, the West is stacked too. And Pelicans got a very interesting team. They did good in the playoffs last year for their young core. Bro, they got a team, bro. I've always wanted to see Zion. Go ahead.
They need him or they're fucked.
He's a beast, dude. Like, you don't see too many people built like him very often.
You almost need more than one superstar though on your team to get a title. I mean, what Giannis did, it was not very likely. He did something that was like it was pretty incredible when they won because it's hard to do it. It's hard to do it with two superstars. You almost need three, really. Two gives you a fighting chance, but to do it with just one, and then when your only one is down, then your season is washed.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
wrap. Without AD, the Lakers can't do shit. They can't do it with just LeBron. He's too old. Like he's great still, but he needs other supporting characters around him. They need him more for his basketball IQ, though they need him just as much for the basketball IQ at this point. Before they could go off of just talent. He could carry a team on his back, but he's getting too old for that shit.
even when he was younger, he always had shooters around him. Like that team, they have damn goose egg shooters on that team. So they're like, oh well, we could get them guys from Indiana. Is it Indiana? They're trying to trade for them. Buddy Hield and I can't think of the other guy's name, but they think they're gonna fix their problems. I'm like, even if you got those guys, you guys got a roster problem. And like you said, they ain't doing shit without AD. And when's the last time he had a full season? Even going back to the Pelicans.
I mean, when's the last time he played 70 games?
Yeah. Like he's from Chicago, and I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. If they said tomorrow, hey, AD's coming to the Bulls, I'd be like, I wouldn't be excited, bro. I wouldn't be because he ain't gonna be playing.
I would be excited because that would mean that we had some space to get someone else. I'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah. How long you been a Lakers fan?
For my whole life, since I could
Yeah.
understand basketball.
And another problem with the Bulls is Zach is starting to become the knee of his is starting to become a big issue. He didn't play last night, opening game. And I don't think he's going to play the second game. They play again tomorrow. They play back to back. They play Friday and then they play at home for the first game Saturday. So, to be honest with you, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
To be honest with you, I like Zach. Dude, I like Zach, man. He's an awesome player, one of my favorite. But I remember back in the day, man, a lot of these teams, I just don't remember being so disappointed that the players couldn't play. And it seems to happen all the time, man. I don't remember that with LA. I don't remember that with Detroit. I don't remember that with Boston, the Bulls. I just don't remember, motherfuckers always being out because they can't play. Do you?
No, you know what? I was about to say the same thing. Like thinking back, I can't remember all these people being injured all the time. Like, and the game was a lot more rough back then. That's the thing. The game was way more physical back then, and you didn't have players down like that. You didn't have load management. You just had motherfuckers that were out there to ball, and like, man, everybody was just there to fucking play ball. Everybody was like built like Joe Montana. They're like, I'm not fucking coming off of this court. Everybody was there to play.
Yeah.
What up?
What's up? What's up, M3? Just getting out of chat a little bit. And to Fast Eddie. What's up, Fast Eddie?
What up, Eddie?
But that's the big thing I see, man, is just time on the court. And like I know I said they need to load manage Dragic.
Older players, yeah.
Yeah. Like I remember Bill Cartwright, even back in the day, dude. Bill Cartwright, when he came to the Bulls, he was old already. That guy played a lot still. I was like, damn. Like Bill Cartwright, I think he originally played for the Knicks, and he'd been in the league a long time when he came for the Bulls. But yeah, he was on their first squad when they won the first three, but they was together a little bit before that happened. I think they traded Oakley. I think they traded Oakley for Bill Cartwright. Pretty sure back in the day.
What up, Eddie? Yeah, they, and then back then when you went to go, you knew when you bought a ticket that your favorite player was going to be playing that night. Now you don't know if them motherfuckers is sitting out to rest or if they sitting out for social issues.
So you said social issues.
You know, Kyrie.
Kyrie. Hey, he's up for a new contract, so he gonna play this year.
Oh yeah, he gonna play. I think he's gonna show out this year.
Okay, so real
Only
quick,
really only reason I hope he does well this year really is because of KD, man. Like, come on, man. You gotta fucking KD came there because KD came there because of you. He was going he wasn't going to the Nets. You got him to come there and then you shafted him. Like KD is a great player. The
dude.
best now, probably, arguably. So like give this man the season and the team that he was supposed to have. Let him fucking be out there and support him. Get him his goddamn ring. That's what y'all. They were supposed to be champion. They're championship team. There shouldn't even
Yeah,
be questions. There shouldn't be no real questions about who's going to the championship to represent the East. There's no question. They should be in that conversation without worrying about, okay, well, if this person shows up or not. Like,
but they not. So I got a couple ideas onto why they're not yet. This is my opinion, man. Ben Simmons is too easy to neutralize in the playoffs when the game slows down and shit gets real.
do you think he plays when they go to the 76ers? Huh?
or,
You think he's gonna play?
or his mental issues gonna fire. I don't know, bro, but he seems to have some serious. They own him up here. If they were to meet in the playoffs, Sixers will come out on top on that probably because I think the Sixers are in his head. He had a single triple. He had a single triple double, 4 points, 5 rebounds. It was like really weak. And I know it's supposed to be his first game back, but if you that size, I don't know. It's too easy to neutralize him. So at the end of the game, what do you want to do? What's he not good at? Shooting the ball. We gonna leave him open. All right.
What, he took like 3 shots or something like that?
Leave him open. Okay, then foul him. Is he a good free throw shooter? No. Get the ball in his hand. Make sure he's got the ball in his hand. He can drive to the basket. He can make some plays down there. The only thing I was thinking about was, what if they let Kyrie run the point on this bitch, right? And they put him down low in the post somehow. Then maybe. But you still have the problem of the demons at the free throw line. You know what I mean? But as for out there on the arc where you need to shoot and he just won't even attempt it, like I think it's called a yips when you can't do something like you used to be able to do something, you can't do it or whatever. He switches hands, so he doesn't even know what ball dominant hand he is.
It's been not shooting for so damn long, but you know the old saying, right? You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Like, damn, dude, you're gonna miss some. Everybody misses. Kobe was one of the most inefficient shooters. He was one of the greats. Now, I'm not saying he was great. He wasn't great, but he was an inefficient shooter.
He would take like 30 plus shots to get his point.
Right. He was inefficient. He wasn't afraid of fucking missing though. That's the point. Like, he knew that he was going to miss some and he didn't give a fuck. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna miss some, but guess what? I'm gonna make more than I miss. But like, Ben Simmons got to get that shit. He's got to get past that. You're gonna miss. You're gonna fucking miss. You're gonna have nights where you might go 2 for 11, but you're gonna have nights that you will go 11 for 13. You can have nights. There's gonna be shit nights, and people are gonna talk shit regardless. They're gonna talk shit. Who cares what the fucking fans think? Look at how much money you're getting paid. You think I give a fuck what people think about me if I'm making that kind of money? Shit. I'll be from the 3-point line. I don't give a fuck.
I think to some point you want to be accepted by your team if possible. But yeah, you need to be able to, and everybody's go ahead.
I was just going to say, you're not going to be get accepted by being timid. Acting like a pussy is not going to get you accepted.
No, I feel bad for Kevin Durant, dude, because that guy does live and breathe basketball.
Should have just stayed with the Warriors. For this
Well,
shit, he just stayed with them.
Well, that shows you everybody thought, well, the Warriors were just so good because they had Kevin Durant. It takes culture and it takes a good team around you. So he went to the Nets and it was a powerful team. Everybody thought right off the rip, dude, this team's got the talent. Just like with Golden State. Oh man, they're a shoe-in. They got Durant.
I mean, they were 73. They won 73 games the year before they even got him. They didn't fucking need him. They didn't.
No, they didn't. But they
just dictatorship once they.
The only thing you got to sorry. The only thing you got to deal with is Golden State.
Hold on, I got a call coming. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take that call. You need to take the call. Go ahead. I can take it.
No. I'll call him back.
Okay. The only thing you got to deal with Golden State, they got a good culture there and good team concept, good coaching, is you have to deal with Draymond's an aggressive player. If he wasn't aggressive, he wouldn't be as good as he is on the court.
Right.
But there's a line that you ride when you have that kind of fire and that kind of aggression, and it kind of leaked over a couple weeks ago. So I think, do you think that they try this? Do you think that they try this without Draymond next year?
Yeah, because look at the fat ass. Look at all the money they gave away to Poole and what was that, like $200-something million?
Poole and Wiggs both above $100 million.
Between the three, what was it, like $220 million or something? Yeah, do they have room for him? Even like shit, he fucked himself over with that. I think he hurt himself. I think maybe they're a little. I don't know, man. He really. Why? He punched the fuck out of him. Like, really, if he had not caught him, then Buddy could have probably fell and just hit his head. He would have not been knocked out, not necessarily from the punch, but from hitting his head on the back of the fucking court after the punch. Like, Draymond was totally out of line for that shit.
It was, and it might cost. Do you know they don't have Clay hemmed up yet either? They are not going to be doing Clay and Draymond. There's no way they can.
And who do you keep?
That's not even a choice, bro.
Draymond will come out there and get you 4 points on a lot of nights.
I don't think that, and I could be wrong because I'm not on the court. This is all speculation from us. We ain't in the trenches, and I understand that, but we can give you what it looks like from a distance. Do you think he's that good of a player, or he brings that much to any other team in the league if he were to go somewhere else?
No.
I don't think so either. For some reason, with this team, his style and what he does works.
He's like the boogeyman. He's like the boogeyman of just their team, but he's like a boogeyman that works for them. It works against other teams, but I don't think that same shit will go down on other teams. He's been there. He's been there to instill that kind of that image. You go to another team with that shit, man, they're not going to have it.
Well,
put up with that shit.
Simple Eddie says, yes, in today's game, I think the shit from the fans gets in the players' heads because they are so caught up in themselves. People do say that it's harder on players now because of social media, but when there wasn't social media, there were tabloids, there were newspapers, and believe it or not, those were circulated around. Those got put out. Players got papers. Players saw me. You know how cutthroat media is now? They've always been that way. They had to deal with this shit then too. I mean,
on another team, Draymond's coming off the bench, no doubt. on any team. He's
Yeah.
not starting.
I mean, they got rid of Harrison Barnes. You remember that? Harrison Barnes is like one of the original members of that team, man. I always thought it sucked that they got rid of him.
Oof. Damn that video. I just keep seeing that punch replayed. Like you heard about it. We heard about it first. And then when I saw the video, I was like, man, this is way fucking worse than what I could have imagined. He totally went.
Yeah. M3 says, like Bruce says, they're making way too much money to
Yeah.
be tripping on fans.
Yeah. They
Well, it comes well, you gotta have some thick skin. You gotta be so you would have to turn that motherfucker off. If you won't play, turn the motherfucker off. Play basketball. I don't know who was it LeBron like a year after he was in Miami? He's the one that's like, look, I just don't have any of my social media on for like a whole year while I'm playing basketball. He never did that. I think it was him.
you can't, because who cares what everybody's gonna always have an opinion. Everybody.
But yeah, like so when the tabloids or media would say shit about MJ, you know what he did? He'd be like, all right, I'm gonna fucking use that shit. Fuck you.
Yep. Yeah, and he'd have a monster game.
He was just like, you want to run your mouth? Thanks. That's what I needed tonight.
Yeah, he used it as fuel. These other motherfuckers on here talking about, oh, my mental health, and I mean, mental health is real, and I get it, blah blah blah. But damn, you like you say with Jordan, he took that bullshit talk, and you knew that if you talk shit, Jordan's gonna have a monster game. He's gonna posterize your ass. He's gonna posterize the whole fucking team. Like, you really don't want to talk shit. If you want to have a chance to beat the Bulls, don't say shit about Jordan. Just come in there humble and play basketball. Now you can talk shit and the motherfucker, he'll be out the whole year. Oh, my back, my
damn.
knee, my back, my knee, mental health. Which one is it? You can get a motherfucker to stop shooting the ball.
That's
Even
crazy.
like, I think Draymond fucked himself with that punch though, because you can't. There's no way in hell. I know they say it's all good. Jordan Poole's his boy. Jordan Poole, they want to focus on basketball. There's no way in hell that you put your hands on me like that and we're cool again. You got to get the fuck on. We can finish this year. There's no way we patch that up unless we have like, I mean, we'd have to have like a little boxing match set up between us two or something. Like, there's no way I just take that, eat that punch, and be like, yeah, I forgive him. Fuck that. Fuck that. If you're not a basketball player, if you're not a basketball player in that situation, if that same punch happened like outside of the basketball world, Jordan Poole comes back with a gun and shoots up the street ball court to aim to get. Hey,
well, you remember old Gilbert Arenas, right?
yeah.
His career was never the same after a similar incident. Not the same, but yeah, he brought a gun to practice, I do believe. There was another person. I don't remember who it was. I can't remember, so I'm not going to say on that one.
Plaxico Burress.
Who?
Plaxico.
I don't think.
But he shot himself. But still.
Yeah. Same with Bird. Bird was there was no fucking around with Bird. Bird was. Man, I remember there was a story that they said Bird said he felt disrespected because the other team put a white guy on him.
Yeah, Bird, man.
Oh man, but that's what it was. I mean, if you want to go out there, like if I'm competing against anything I do, man, Bruce, I want to be the best, and I do want to have the cut the throat mentality. As I'm older, I'm a little more chill, but when I was younger, I didn't give a fuck, dude. I wanted to fucking, if I was going head to head with you on something, I wanted to fucking annihilate you. But yeah, I guess they think there's their talent in their agent or whatever it is, or their social media numbers might save them. I don't know, man, but I'm trying to think if there's any players that have old school mentality, pretty tough like that. But I can't think about who.
I mean, like, Beverly is kind of, he don't really give a fuck.
Man, can I go there on Beverly? Pack was a punk ass kid. Man, we all are, bro. Stop it. Stop it. So I'll give a real quick take because we've been talking a lot about the freaking Lakers. So Patrick Beverly was the wrong move for them to make. They had no shooting, right? They went out and got him. Patrick Beverly is a dude you put on the squad when you already got the shooting hemmed up. You get
Right.
what I'm saying? Like he's not the guy.
He's defense.
Yes, yes. Patrick Beverly is a complimentary player that will work his ass off and dig in the trenches, but you got to sew up some other areas before you get them, and they didn't get none of that.
Right.
So,
It does no good to have a guy that's great on defense if you can't do shit with the ball once he gets it for you. Once he gets them off of their shot, if you can't shoot the ball when he helps get you the ball, then it makes no difference. They need shooting. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, man. I don't know who to blame is, but part of it is LeBron too, because he's creating this team. They're doing what he wants.
what if? Okay, so is tanking is probably is high up on the list for a lot of teams because you get that. I can't pronounce this dude's last name, Zimbandaya or whatever. Have you seen this dude? Like 7'2", shooting threes. He's in the D League. He's going to be number 1 pick next year. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-uh.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna send you the video of this guy, bro. You'll be like, holy fuck. It would not surprise me if Lake's like, look, there's no way we can do anything, and they just shelf some shit because you're gonna hear about the race to get this dude. So there's 2 dudes that are gonna go 1 and 2 next year, and they're both good. But this number 1 guy, and it's like a French last name. So I think it's a legitimate 7'2". I don't think he's any taller than that, but I could be wrong. And he's got handles. He can get in the paint. He has a buttery jump shot, dude, and he can shoot it from anywhere. So it would not. Let's say they make a trade with Russell. Look, let's go best case scenario. They got the best they could, and now they're a fucking contender. What would they need to get from Russ to be a contender?
What would they need? A great shooter. They need a superstar.
You have to have somebody to neutralize the fact that AD that can't play a full season.
No. I think they need to get AD and Russ.
And the West got tougher. You know what I mean? Like, so Minnesota got 2 tall some bitches now, Gobert and Cat.
It'll have to be a trade situation because LeBron is not going to let them tank the season. That's not going to happen.
This dude that is going to be number 1 pick, man, I'm going to see if I can get it real quick. But while I'm looking that up, so real quick, who do you think is going to be good in the East? Who do you think the top team is going to be in the East this year after it's all said and done?
I mean, Bucks, the Nets.
Still think the Nets, huh?
Yeah. I say the Bucks, the Nets. I mean, shit. The Heat, they're going to be pretty good. 76ers, they'll make the playoffs. The Celtics, they'll make the playoffs.
Celtics won against the Sixers on opening night. And they're looking pretty good. Now it's only 1 game. Okay, the dude's name, check this out. I'll send this name to you, man. You got like tomorrow, maybe the next day, or whatever. You got to look this guy up. There we go. That should say it. I just think his name is Victor Wembanyama. Dude. And the guy, I think the guy that's going to go second his first name is Scoot. But they're both really good players. Who will be the number 1 pick? When we are number 1 draft pick and player projection is signed to deal with the Paris team. Trying to find out how tall he is again. It's ridiculous, though, man. You gotta check this guy out. Sign a new deal because I know you have some stuff coming up. You've had some stuff going on. Otherwise, you'd have heard about this guy, bro. But anyway, yeah, check him out. And so, real quick, so do you think that the Nets will be better than the Sixers and the Celtics?
Yeah,
I think
I
the
think
Bucks. Go ahead.
as long as Kyrie's on the court this year, Kyrie and Durant, I think they have a good chance to. I mean, they should be going to the. They should be playing for the chip this year.
They should be. They got a lot of work to do, but I don't know, man. I'm tossed up between Celtics. Well, I don't know, man. It's a toss up. The Nets should be with their talent. I don't think they'll win it all. Even if they go to the finals, I don't think they'll win it all. I think Golden State comes out of the West again. You know,
Yeah,
all these picks are bar injury. So if a major injury happens, obviously not. You can't foresee that shit. But I don't know. I just think it's going to be the Warriors.
yeah. I mean, Warriors, they come out. They go. They're going back.
They're gonna have to work through it. They're gonna have to. You got Dallas, you got Phoenix, you got Clippers. The only reason I don't pick, you want to know why I don't pick the Clippers? Because of health and Paul George. Paul George is an animal during the regular season, but not in the playoffs, dude.
He disappears, and
His,
then
go ahead.
damn, I can't remember his name. He's been gone. Seems like he's been gone for 2 seasons. Damn. He was supposed to be the king when he came over to LA. He was supposed to be rivaling
You talking about Kawhi?
huh?
You're not talking about Kawhi.
Yeah. Leonard. Yep.
Yeah.
Kawhi. Damn. Couldn't even remember his name. That's how much he's been doing the past 2 seasons.
That's why I said health. Yeah.
All that shit. Yeah. Health.
Let's see.
The Clippers aren't even on my radar. Clippers are on my radar at all.
It's a different game when you do go to the NBA, but sometimes size helps you. So Zion Williamson, his size and his athleticism, he's ready to go right away. But this dude coming out, he's gonna be pretty good. But I always say guys that are really tall like that, over 7 foot, like a Durant type or a Porzingis, they usually have a lot of injuries because being that tall and that mobile usually doesn't bode well for like their feet when that tall and shit and their legs.
And they can't handle that physicality.
Yeah. But I think Fast Eddie thinks that the Celtics will come out. I don't know about that team, man, because there's some serious turmoil going on in there. And I'm not just sure if that just.
They had a good coach, but he only got suspended though.
Yeah, well, I did hear somebody say they think that they just suspended him because if they'd have fired him, they think he'd have gone to a contender in the East.
Yeah. They're like, no, this
probably would have scooped him up or some shit, you know.
Yeah, would have.
But
Nash would be out. Nash would be out.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get out of here because you are getting ready to do live stream with Casual. Y'all don't know about Casual Toy Collector. That is the name of the channel, Casual Toy Collector. They do live streams every night. And I don't know if Bruce meant to leave, but with that being said, we're going to get out of here, man. Everybody, peace.